British cars define elegance. Today, we count down the 7 most beautiful, timeless designs that blend style and sophistication. Number 1. When Ford launched the Capri Mk1 in 1969, their goal was clear: to give Europe its very own Mustang, and they nailed it. The Capri wasn't just a car, it was a statement. It was sporty, stylish, and most importantly, affordable. The tagline, "The car you always promised yourself," wasn't just clever marketing. It genuinely struck a chord with people across the UK and beyond. Design-wise, the Mk1 Capri introduced fastback styling to a wide audience. With its long bonnet, short rear deck, and low-slung stance, it looked every bit like a miniature muscle car. Especially in bold colors with rally-inspired stripes, it turned heads wherever it went. The range of engines was another big selling point, starting from a humble 1.3-liter up to a punchy 3.0-liter V6. This meant buyers could choose whether they wanted fuel efficiency or pure driving excitement. But the Capri Mk1 wasn't just about looks or engine size, it was about the feel. The lightweight body, rear-wheel drive layout, and responsive handling made it fun to drive, whether you were commuting through town or tearing down a country road. It gave regular drivers a taste of sports car thrills without the high price tag. Between 1969 and 1974, the Ford Capri Mk1 sold over 1.2 million units globally. It was especially popular in the UK and Germany, making it one of Ford's most successful European coupes. Number 2. The Triumph Stag wasn't just another British convertible. Released in 1970, it aimed higher, offering open-top motoring with the comfort and presence of a grand tourer. Designed by Michelotti, the same Italian genius behind the Herald and Spitfire, the Stag blended smooth curves with a bold T-bar roll hoop, a feature as controversial as it was distinctive. Under the bonnet, it carried Triumph's own 3.0-liter V8, a powerful engine for its time, capable of strong cruising performance and a deep, growling soundtrack. It wasn't perfect. Cooling issues gave early models a reputation, but when looked after, the Stag proved to be a rewarding and refined drive. Where most convertibles of the era were cramped and noisy, the Stag offered room for power steering, and a real sense of occasion. It was the kind of car you'd imagine cruising down country lanes to a weekend cottage, roof down, scarf blowing in the breeze. With just under 26,000 units sold, the Stag was never a mass-market hit, but that's exactly why it's so treasured today. It sits in a sweet spot between rarity and familiarity, instantly recognizable yet still a head-turner at classic shows. Number 3. When the Jaguar XJ6 Series 2 rolled out in 1973, it wasn't just another saloon, it was a statement. Sleek, refined, and unmistakably British, it carried the kind of quiet confidence you'd expect from a car often seen outside embassies and manor houses. Its design evolved slightly from the original XJ, featuring thinner bumpers, revised switchgear, and a more balanced dashboard layout. Under the bonnet, buyers had a choice of smooth 2.8 or 4.2-liter straight-six engines, both offering the kind of silent strength Jaguar was famous for. The drive? Silky, thanks to its advanced suspension and quiet cabin. Even at higher speeds, it glided more than it growled. Inside, it was all about comfort: wood trim, leather seats, and space to stretch out. It gave everyday buyers a taste of Rolls-Royce vibes without the price tag. With around 91,000 units sold, the Series 2 was a strong performer for Jaguar during a tough economic period in the UK. It helped cement Jaguar's reputation as the brand that blended performance, luxury, and heritage like no other. Number 4. The MGB GT wasn't just a pretty face. It was the smart choice for drivers who wanted the look and feel of a classic British sports car, but with a touch more practicality. Introduced in 1965, The GT was essentially a coupe version of the beloved MGB Roadster, but it brought something different to the table. For starters, it was styled by Pininfarina, the Italian design house behind Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. That gave it a sleek, fastback profile that still turns heads today. But it wasn't just about looks. The GT had a rear hatch and rear seats, making it one of the earliest sporty hatchbacks, before the term even existed. Under the bonnet sat a 1.8-liter engine that delivered lively performance without being intimidating. It wasn't a racer, but it handled confidently and felt solid on British B roads. And because of its hard top, it offered better refinement and weather protection than its convertible cousin, making it a favorite among year-round drivers. Number 5. The Ford Escort MK Series isn't just one car. It's a full-blown British legacy. From its launch in 1968, the Escort became the go-to car for families, young drivers, and motorsport enthusiasts alike. The MK1, with its clean lines and rear-wheel drive setup, offered just enough bite to make everyday driving fun. It wasn't fancy, but it had attitude, especially the rally-bred RS 1600 and Mexico models, which became legends in their own right. Then came the MK2 in the mid-70s, tougher-looking and just as popular, continuing the Escort's winning streak on both tarmac and gravel. But the real shakeup happened in 1980 with the MK3, when Ford switched to front-wheel drive. It was sharper in design, more efficient, and came with hot hatch flavor in the XR3. The Escort had modernized, and UK roads were flooded with them. The MK4 refined that recipe: sleeker lights, smoother lines, and by the late 80s, the Escort was among Britain's best sellers. Number 6. The Mini Cooper S remains one of the most celebrated examples of British automotive design. Compact, efficient, and unexpectedly powerful. Launched in 1963 as a performance upgrade to the standard Mini, it was the result of a collaboration between Mini creator Alec Isigonis and Formula One constructor John Cooper. The aim? To give the humble city car real racing credentials. And it worked. What set the Cooper S apart wasn't just its tuned engine, starting with a 1071cc unit and later expanding to 1275cc, but its balance, responsiveness, and cornering ability. With front-wheel drive, a short wheelbase, and wheels pushed to each corner, the car handled like nothing else in its class. It wasn't just fast in a straight line, it danced through corners. Its motorsport achievements made headlines. The Mini Cooper S famously won the Monte Carlo Rally in 1964, 1965, and 1967, embarrassing much larger and more expensive competitors. These victories were no fluke. The car's agility, lightweight, and clever engineering gave it a real edge.